The message I have for you today is work with people. Don't work for people. Work to learn. Don't work to earn. Exchange your value for income. Do not exchange your time for income. A lot of people need more experiences. They need more wisdom. They need more of how to do it. A lot of people like to take, but when it comes to giving, they won't give as much as they want to take. You are not an entrepreneur. Even at your family level, even at your relationship with your spouse, please work with your spouse as a partner. A partner will behave in the sense that if this succeeds, it is for both of us. I need to play my role. What is my role? If you are just behaving like a salary earner in an organization, what you most often do is you are not concerned. Let them just pay me my salary. Whether the company is moving forward, whether the company is making a profit or not, just pay me my own. Once the month has ended, the salary has not come. Even some of you are not even concerned. Why is the salary delayed beyond the way it used to be? You want to become a billionaire? You need to work with people. Don't work for people. Listen to me carefully. I'm going to break this down for you, and I'm sure that you enjoyed the conversation right here. My name is Kabir A. Abdelkadir. If you are watching me for the first time, consider following this channel, consider subscribing, also commenting, tell us where you are watching from. I'm going to blow your mind today. Guess what? I've noticed this as a trend with a lot of the unsuccessful people, a lot of the masses, a lot of the less privileged. Like I said, I studied the lives of the successful people, also compare it to where I was coming from. Of course, I came from the low key, the background, the masses. Somehow, I still share some of the features, but in my head, I already deleted all of them. You might see some of them physically because I'm still struggling to pull myself out of belonging to the masses. And anyone can just do this. You just need to have here right. Once you get it right from your head, your mindset, I bet you a lot of things will change about your life. So the message I have for you today is work with people. Don't work for people. Work to learn. Don't work to earn. Right? Exchange your value for income. Do not exchange your time for income. For some of you that have been listening to me over the time, you might have heard me repeatedly saying that I only want to work with entrepreneurs. I don't want to work with staffs. I don't want to work with people who could just be working for money or who could just base their mind on working for me. Whatever your role is, whatever your responsibilities are, you might want to consider working with me in the sense that you take charge and responsibility of your roles. You become the CEO of what you do in my organization. This is me, right? A lot of people will say, of course, I keep saying that I work with entrepreneurs. And now some people are pushed to ask, if they are entrepreneurs, why work for you? Or why work with you? Why don't they establish themselves? The answer is simple. A lot of people need more experiences. They need more wisdom. They need more of how to do it. I've told you guys over the time that my job on this internet is to teach you how to do it. Okay? I have in my schedule of things to do, things to deliver, I have written out clearly why I should do some of these things that I'm doing. What are the things you here watching me are supposed to be doing to be able to help yourself? Of course, the entire target, the major target of the entire thing is to make you become an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur in your thinking, an entrepreneur in your expenses, an entrepreneur in your doings, an entrepreneur as an individual, an entrepreneur in your relationships, right? Let me give you an example. A lot of people like to take, but when it comes to giving, they won't give as much as they want to take. You are not an entrepreneur. Are you listening? See, and life is awesome, it's beautiful when you are an entrepreneur. Of course, I've tested some other places. I was an entrepreneur. I was an employee, a job seeker, a complainer, somebody that doesn't even know his left from his right. Especially back then when I was in the university. It got worse when I graduated and became a core member, right? And it always gets worse when you just base your mind on going anywhere to get a job. You got to change that mindset. If you are watching me right now, even when you are working with me, you're working under me. I don't like telling people work for me. You need to work with me. I am an entrepreneur, so you need to become an entrepreneur. You need to become one in order to do successfully what I do. I am not a greedy kind of employer. I need to teach you a lot of things. There are secrets to what I do. And some people, guess what? I noticed the trend of how these things work. I've worked in a lot of places that I've seen people and how they operate. Now, what is norm? What is a norm out there is you go to a company and then you just get into your role, your responsibility. If possible, they have to keep promoting you to do that thing. That is even your role already for you to do it. And do you know that a lot of employers are actually happy you are like that? You are like a robot that they have to remote you. Like, what I mean by remote you is they will need to tell you, have you done this? Have you done that? You need to do this. You need to do that. Even when it is clear, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully. This message is actually for you. If you are watching me and this interests you, you might want to listen to me carefully. I've been in this journey of becoming a billionaire, and so many things are opening up to me right now. And I found out that, look, life is more about people than even yourself. Life is more about serving others. Life is more about giving value. Life is more about, don't pay attention to what you get. Just give if you can. Right? And don't tell me you can't. Why not? Why can't you give? You have something you're supposed to be giving. Don't just think about taking. Just keep taking. That's a poor mindset. It's possibly the reason why you are still where you are, because you just want to take. Now, the more you give into the life, the universe have a way of multiplying it and bringing it back in multiple folds. Guess what? Whatever you give out there, just wait for it. It's going to come in multiple folds. I don't want to get distracted much, but the strongest message I have for you is, if you are working, don't work for people, work with people. Even at your family level, even at your relationship with your spouse, please work with your spouse as a partner. Okay? A partner will behave in the sense that if this succeeds, it is for both of us. I need to play my role. What is my role? If this fails, it is for both of us. Now, oftentimes, if you are just behaving like a salary earner in an organization, what you most often do is you are not concerned. Let them just pay me my salary. Whether the company is moving forward, whether the company is making a profit or not, just pay me my own. Once the month has ended, the salary has not come. Even some of you are not even concerned. Why is the salary delayed beyond the way it used to be? You don't ask questions. Boss, what's happening in our company? Boss, are we moving forward? Like, you need to be involved. You need to work with me. Do you understand it? For me, I've already categorized a lot of people that work with me. If you are still working for me, meaning you are still in the other side, just wait for it. With time, you might just have to leave. Right? This might look like directly my experience. I'm addressing some stuff, but it doesn't matter wherever you work. If you work for me, it's a red line, and it means you might not stay longer working for me. Because oftentimes I found out that once you bring people into the company, what they likely do is they will start working for you. Now, what I tell them is you need to convert yourself from working for me to working with me. It means you need to take on responsibilities as if although they were yours, and actually they are yours. That's why I brought you in the first place. Now, what I do is to make sure that I teach you all you need to know to be able to be the CEO of that position. Everybody in my organizations are CEO. Of course, you've heard me say organizations, but I have many of them. I'm going to have more, right? You can see that I'm small like this, but there's something, right? So, but if you are opportune to have met me in your life, either as a staff, either as a mentee, either as an intern, whosoever you are, you cross paths with me, please work with me in the sense that before you think of taking from me, right, whatever it is, you need to give something. And that's me. That's what I do. That's what I do. And even for people that work for salary, actually you are giving something. Only that me, I'm not satisfied you just playing nonchalant, like you just behave like, of course, it's their thing. You know, when you make calls, maybe you're a customer service, and then maybe some things get critical. Instead of you to get involved, solving the problem, you are saying, okay, I will talk, you know, or maybe you just say something like, people make comments like, their organization or the boss. So instead of you to now involve, say, our organization are trying to put these measures in place, like, be involved. Okay, so over the time, what I like to tell you is that, and guess what, when you work with people, that's when you work to learn. And that's where I came in. Once I see staff is trying to work with me, usually such staff get extra mile in getting the job delivered. They use their initiatives, their imagination comes in, their individuality and their real self come into to solving the problem that is at hand, which normally sometimes you as the manager or the owner of the company, right, might not have that initiative because it is not your job. It's not your job. As a CEO of the company, the entire company, you might have a manager managing ICT, you might have a manager managing many other departments, maybe media, customer service, logistics. Like, I'm into e-commerce, and these are some of the departments we have. Accounting. What I'm telling you right now is that how can you be an expert in all of this if you are the company owner? How? And why are you even calling somebody a manager if the person cannot actually take charge of their role? Okay, why are you even a customer service in a company if you cannot really represent, deliver, and then take charge? Must you always have to keep running to people? Of course, to me, it's not even enough for you to stay at a position. You need to graduate from that position to the next. I believe they are cadre, like they are ladders to climb wherever you find yourself. So why are you comfortable staying back? I said, don't work for people, work with people. And let me leave you with this. See, I learned something that the best way to establish yourself is to own up what you do, even when you are doing it for people. The best way to develop yourself as an individual, to be able to have value, is to look inward, ask yourself serious questions. If you cannot own up that job and the responsibility of the job, don't take it in the first place. If you can't do it and deliver because you want to deliver them, not necessarily because you're going to be paid, then I think there's a question for you. And the question probably will be that, do you ever wish to become someone of your own life, someone in charge of your own life? I often tell people that even when you work for an organization and you are now the top leader, okay, there's always something to bring unique that makes you stand out. Okay, and then there's every possibility that you should now be thinking of establishing yourself. For me, if I'm working with you as a staff, I always observe you closely. I always observe you closely when you are due for some certain commissions, unique commissions. Of course, I have a general commission for everyone, whether you are committed or not, up on top of your salary. And this is actually to push you to be able to think about doing something extra, because commission is an extra thing. Okay, it's not supposed to be free, but just congratulating you coming into my organization, I have to give you commissions for even what I'm already paying you for. And on top of that, if that pushes you to be able to do extra, then you have committed commissions. Permit me to use that English, because at a point, apart from the fact that your salary might be increased with time, you may have to need some commissions to make you more comfortable, because you're going to be doing extra, right? You're going to be doing extra. Now, for me, I do not want people to work for me. You work with me. Because I don't just want to give you a job to do, like the post I shared today. A lot of people are commenting on it. I do not just want you to work with me. Work for me, you work with me. Because the reason why I give you jobs to do is to actually be able to learn, get more experience, and become more wiser as you do the job. Because there's always something unique about what you do. And it's when you pay attention to the job, to the role, and yet you pay less attention to what you get in return as a salary. That's when the beauty of the job comes out. And guess what? The money just comes naturally. It will increase. That's why some people have increase in salary, increase in commission, increase in so many things, increase in status, in level, and all of that. And with that, you become something. And I said that, look, I care more about who you become working with me than what you get doing the job. Right? Because it is when you have a lot within you that you can be able to move the ladders. And for me, you shouldn't be redundant. You must move the ladder of the company. Because it's a process, and it's a developmental process. I don't care if you get to the top and you feel like, oh, it's time for you to go establish yourself, fine. The least I could think is, how can I partner with you in your organization? That way, I'm even better, because me and you are going to sit and then we're going to be talking about millions and billions afterwards. Now, this is just my thinking. This standard I've set for myself, I'm not letting it down. In a lot of ways, I've worked with so many staff and I had to sack them at a point. Not because they are not necessarily delivering their roles, but because I wanted them to be better and they refused to be better. And for me, if you refuse to be better, you are blocking somewhere. Because over the time, I've realized that I brought in new people to replace an existing position, and these new people seem to do better, and then they shoot and they move the ladder of the company. So if I've left people there blocking that position, it means, I hope you understand. Now, this is just my mindset and mentality. I am not greedy in sharing what I do with you. If I really want to make you the best, or I want you to represent me, and of course, that's why you are here. I shouldn't be hiding some certain knowledge from you of what you need to do to become someone to work with me. Now, I've noticed that a lot of people just want to work for you to take salary, and that's why in a lot of ways they might be nonchalant to learning, nonchalant to putting their heads down to delivering the job to their best. And let me finish this video by saying that a lot of people can actually get to the top, but because they don't have the necessary push, they are not well disciplined enough to be able to respect, to do some certain things, to be loyal, to be committed, to stretch. They still remain where they are. That's a problem. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this session, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with others. Right? You might be running a company right now, or you are a staff right now in another company or in my company. Obviously, these are some of my values. This is how I behave. This is me. So if you really want to see yourself becoming one of the best working with me, this is one of my brand, Acoville, right? Acoville Tech. You can see the name, right? It's one of the baby company that I'm co-founding. And there are so many of them. I think this year alone, I have 2 brands that are already established. And I'm doing more. Okay? So if you are happy watching this video, or perhaps it inspires you, you want to do something better for your life, I think you should take a second thought about it. You can get connected with me, or you pick up my book on Amazon. That's Online Sales, the only proven path to success in e-commerce. Okay? A proven path to success in e-commerce. Go type it, Kabir A. Abdulkadir. Then you come up. Download the book. It's just $12.5 at the time of making this video. You can read. It's one of my practical steps to solving problems, especially in Africa, related to what? E-commerce. And of course, volume 2 of that book is going to come, because with me now, the knowledge is just coming. And we are applying it. So thank you so much for watching once again. Share with others, like I've said. And my name is once again, my name is Kabir A. Abdulkadir. You can just check any of my handles, AA Kabir Official. AA Kabir Official. You're going to see me there. Thank you so much for watching. And I do this again tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.